Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to welcome you all today in Semarang. How has your journey been? Still excited, right? Well, our destination this morning is the Semarang Batik Village, or we can call it Kampung Batik Semarang. But first, let me introduce myself first. I am Eva Sukma Dewi, and you can call me Eva. I am your tour guide for today's from Japanese Tour and Travel Agency. Thank you for trusting us to use our service, which will faithfully accompany your trip today. Well, finally, we can enjoy the atmosphere in Semarang, right? Well, introducing the city, Semarang is the capital city of Central Java province and the fifth largest metropolitan city in Indonesia after Jakarta, Surabaya, Medan, and Bandung. The city is located about 558 kilometers east of Jakarta, or 312 kilometers west of Surabaya, or 621 kilometers southwest of Banjarmasin. It based on via air. Well, Semarang is bordered by the Java Sea to the north and Demak Regency to the east, Semarang Regency to the south, and Kendal Regency to the west. The city of Semarang is the largest administrative municipality on the island of Java. The people here are very friendly and harmonious because of differences in religion and race. That makes people here more closer. Within a few minutes, we will arrive at our destination, namely Semarang Batik Village, or we can call it Kampung Batik Semarang, which is located in Reja Mulia Village. It's Semarang, precisely near the Bubakan, Central Java. Please prepare yourself and organize your lunch so that nothing is left behind or lost. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have arrived at the Semarang Batik Village. Please take your time to get ready. You can go to the toilet at the end of the parking lot and be right back within 5 minutes. Attention, please. Thank you. Please let me introducing Kampung Batik Semarang. Well, the famous batik in this village has the characteristic of the city of Semarang, such as pictures of the asam tree, Tugu Muda, and Lawang Sewu. This understanding is almost 95% of people know about it. However, in a broader understanding, Semarang Batik is not only in the picture, because basically the repertoire of Semarang Batik has a wider and extraordinary repertoire contained in it. The beginning of Semarang Batik appeared around the 18th. This is related to the establishment of the city of Semarang. During the Japanese colonial era, Semarang Batik Village was burned by the Japanese, but not only Batik Village. However, the surrounding villages are also like Kampung Kulitan, Kampung Rejosari, and Kampung Bungangan. This effort was made with the intention that if the Dutch occupied again, these economic centers could no longer be used by the Dutch. Including all the batik tools were also destroyed. However, as if everything had been burned, there was one batik factory that survived. Namely Batik Kerij Tan Kong Tin. You know about it? This factory is located in the Bugangan area and the owner is a Chinese. Well, Tan Kong Tin is the son of Tan Sia William, a landlord in the Semarang area at that time. He married a descendant of Hamengkubuwono III, namely Raden Ayu Dinartiningsih. As a princess, you must have batik skills. With her skills, Raden Ayu Dinartiningsih combined batik with images that are typically of Jogja and the coastal area. Furthermore, it was continued by the second generation, namely Raden Nganten Sri Murjianti, until it lasts until the 1970. In the second generation, the results achieved are even more successfully in managing this batik factory. Starting from the initial process in the form of batik design, we can call it tarik, batik to the dyeing process until everything is measured perfectly. The average factory workers at that time were people around the Bugangan area. Well, the average batik produced from this factory was liked by Dutch and indigenous officials at that time, but besides that, traders and tourists also enjoy this batik. Well, do you all have some question? Please, anyone? Do you have some question? Well, let's proceed to the development of Semarang Batik Village. Kampung Batik Semarang, in history from the 1970 to the 1980, at that time it was completely nothing. There was no batik activity, right? It was only later 2005 that activity began. This took place because there was an assumption. How come the name is Kampung Batik Semarang? Well, however, how come there is no one doing batik? So, start activities such as batik training, which is often encouraged. Its aims to facilitate and rehabilitate Semarang Batik Village. At that time, it was famous for batik Krajan, batik Gedong, batik Tengah, batik Malang, batik Kubur Sari, and batik Kandang Wedus, which were famous for their own motif. Unfortunately, the motif is not recorded visually, and this is actually a treasure that has not been found until now visually in this batik motif. Well, next, in October 2009 was the beginning of the revival of batik, where UNESCO determined that batik came from the Indonesia, the unitary state of Republic Indonesia. Many countries recognize batik as their central heritage, such as Malaysia, China, Australia, and might be India, and even the Netherlands, and many other Asian countries. However, there is a clarification from UNESCO which cannot be fulfilled by the claiming countries except Indonesia. It might be the news for you all, but that was the fact. In front of us, we can see some batik shops. Well, it doesn't feel right if you don't buy a piece of batik clothes at the batik center. Here you can find dozens of batik shops that provide beautiful fabrics with various motifs. You can find batik motifs from various regions in Indonesia because the residents who live in this village also come from the remote part of the country. However, it is batik Semarangan that you must buy because you are directly the center in Semarang. Besides that, you can find batik is sold in every residence house because they make batik every day and display it in the windows of their respective homes. You can also see directly the batik production. That is the pride of Semarangan residents. At least there are some batik craftsmen who sell or receive an order. We are now at a very famous photo spot in the batik village of Semarang. This point is the one of the icons of Kampung Batik Semarang and can be a sign that you have some come to the center of batik in Semarang. Please enjoy your selfie time to your heart's content. But before that, let me give you one culinary recommendation in Semarang. Because it's located on the coast and Semarang has milkfish presto as a special food. It's already very famous, isn't it? But have you ever tried shredded milkfish? Anyone? Maybe that also sounds familiar. But again, have you ever tried the shredded milkfish roll? It sounds strange, doesn't it? Well, I can guarantee this food is only in Semarang. You can buy it at the Milkfish Presto gift shop or the Dirana bakery. You really must try this one. Well, thank you very much for your visit. I hope you are satisfied as well and clear with my explanation. Enjoy your trip. Goodbye.